Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I hope you guys are very well. Basically, one of my private students, what it means to be a private student, by the way, is students who are on my Arabic in 60 Steps program. I only ever take like 10 to 20 students who can upgrade. It's really exclusive. Like I'll never ever take more than 20 students on that. And they're people who can essentially get in touch with me whenever they want. They get like unlimited chat support with me. They also get 2 hours of lessons with me. Like 2 hours of my one-to-one time every month, as well as some other stuff as well. But one of the students who does that is a brother called Junayd. Please make dua for him. And one of his messages the other day, he often, whenever he has questions, he just sends me a voice message on Telegram, and and I'm obviously on hand just to help him out with anything. So there are spaces for that, by the way, if anybody else wants to come on board with that, inshallah. But that's not the point of this video. And he just asked some really nice questions, and there was a load of them, so I thought I'd just run through them in this video so other people can benefit from them, inshallah. So the first question, I really like taking students' questions and wording them the way the students have worded them, because obviously, when you get to a certain level in Arabic, or if you're a teacher of Arabic yourself, the way that you talk about Arabic and the things you struggle with are so different to how beginners see a certain problem. So Junayd asked, okay, so he had done the lesson, kana wa akhawatuha. In my program, it's lesson 10, kana wa akhawatuha. And the brother Junayd was asking, is there anything else that behaves like kana wa akhawatuha? By which he means kana and her sisters. By her sisters we mean another 10 or so verbs that behave like the verb kana. What they do is the khabar, or the predicate of that word, is mansoob. So for example, if we were going to say the man was tall, the fact that he's tall is the khabar. The word khabar really means news. The news that we're learning about the man is mansoob. So I'll give you an example. So you'd say something like kana rajulu, the man, tawilan. كان الرجل طويلا, but it would be false to say كان الرجل طويل. Yeah, like the thing that you're learning about, the one you're talking about, the man, will have fathas on the end. That's the rule, like most of the time. So he was asking me, is there anything else that behaves like that? And so in terms of making things mansoob, the mansoob are of two kinds really. There's mansoob for isms, and there's mansoob for fi'ls, because a fi'l can be mansoob as well. So with reference to nouns, to isms or asma, there is also inna wa akhawatuha. So you mentioned this in your message actually, but there is another whole lesson, I think lesson 17 or something. Yes, there's kana wa akhawatuha. And in kana's case, rule with kana is that the khabar is mansoob, but the case with inna and her sisters is that the ism is mansoob. So for example, when we had the example كان الرجل طويلا, we'd have إن الرجل طويل. Yeah, it would be the rajula, which is the one that needs to take fathas, that would be mansoob. And then pertaining to verbs, there are a number of different things that can make a verb mansoob. So for example, saying an to mean that, something like أريد أن أذهب. Yeah, the adhaba, this is a mansoob of a verb actually. And that's why we say adhaba. So I hope that answers the question okay. So that was the first question. The second question was, saying هؤلاء. Yeah, هؤلاء is the plural of هذا, and it is only used for male humans, like a group of male humans. So the example that you gave was هؤلاء الأشياء. So a shay, a thing, isn't a human, or it's not aqil. It's not something that can sort of conceive of the concept of Allah. So it's just هذه الأشياء. You treat it as feminine singular with هذه الأشياء. That's how you do it. Okay, the third question was was pertaining to my skill builder area in the resources library. So for those of you who don't know, every Tuesday I'm giving away a free skill builder lesson. Available with the Arabic in 60 Steps program. The students are on that program. They can get access to like the whole library. There will be loads. I've planned like another 7 to put in this week. So far there's just a cartoon episode from Mr. Bean in Arabic, and there's going to be a load of interviews and stuff from series and stuff from lectures and stuff in Arabic that I just help students with the vocab and help students with the transcript and help students with all that, so they can see the Arabic that they've learned actually in real life. So that's what the skill builder is. But Junayd is asking, am I going to have like any sort of fatwa in there? And yes, I have one planned actually. There's a fatwa about hugging about when it's appropriate to hug and if it's something good or whether it's something not good to hug, even just like between family members and brothers and stuff. I chose that just because there's some interesting language in it, not because like the topic is particularly relevant or anything. It's just because the language in it is so was so accessible, I thought, for students. So yes, we do have that coming up. Question number 4. Yeah, so the brother Junayd mentioned that he's living in a country in the Middle East at the moment, and he was saying that like quite often when he tries to speak Fusha to people actually laugh at him. And he mentioned it doesn't bother him that people laugh at him, but it bothers him that people actually laugh at Fusha. And like I hadn't thought of that before. Like it should be encouraged among the Muslims that we learn to be fasih, that we learn to be eloquent and speak Arabic correctly. So I hadn't actually thought of that before, because I obviously experienced it as well when I went to Palestine, and when I went to Egypt as well. Obviously, I could only speak Fusha. I didn't know any of their dialect, but I don't know. I think practically to immerse yourself in any Arab society, you do need to learn their Amiyya, really. Yeah, and just accept that it's separate to Fusha. That's all you can do, really. But yeah, it is a good point. And it is bizarre, really, and we should really appeal to the Arabs to not laugh at people for speaking Fusha. Cool. Next question was... okay. Using verbs versus nouns in dialect. So the brother Junayd noticed that quite often in dialects, he'll hear people say something like, ana sakin, ana kunt sakin, like I used to live, rather than saying ana askunu, or rather saying like ana adhabu, they'd say like ana dhahib. That people in Aramaic don't use that term. They use like the term rayih. They use the verb ruh, ana baruh. I'm going somewhere. Or they would use the active participle. They would say ana rayih, I'm going somewhere. Have I noticed that? Yes, 100% I've noticed that. In fact, in Aramiya, it's you can even communicate without using any verbs. Like most of the time, you can just get away with just using the fa'il. Yeah. Instead of saying ana adhab, you can say just ana rayih. There's any other verb you can pretty much use like that. And it's interesting that you say that, because one of the videos I'm adding into the skill builder soon is it's a video about a safari park in Dubai. There's like a little like a TV clip of it, and when I was writing the transcript of it, when I was listening to the speaker, I was writing the transcript. Like quite often, I've noticed in these things that I'm transcribing, things that are in Fusha, with modern things, I will start off Fusha and then will gradually kind of decline into Aramiya as you go. Like in the beginning, like the speaker will be speaking Fusha, like they're on telly, they're speaking Fusha, and then as they start having a bit of back and forth, they start just to slowly ease into different pronunciation and different use of verbs and habits and stuff. And this particular speaker is clearly she's a lot more confident speaking in Aramiya than she is in Fusha, because she uses 2 verbs. There's 50 words. There's 50 words in the vocab list for that lesson, and 2 of them are verbs, which is contrary to like if I take something from the Omar series, like in that, like in a lesson in the skill builder, 50 new words for students to learn, maybe 15 of them will be verbs. So when language is supposed to be classical, like in that, even though it was recorded in like the last 20 years or something, but like the language is supposed to be classical, so it would use verbs a lot more. It is a habit of Amiyya that it will use alternatives to verbs as much as it can. Yeah, that's an absolutely correct observation. And then another question was about what exactly i'rab actually is. Does it pertain to the end of words? Yes. When you learn Arabic grammar, we learn really that some words are mebni and some words are mu'rab. And the words that are mu'rab are words that we do i'rab of. And what does that mean? So a word that is mebni, it means that the ending is set on a word. So for example, the word na'am. Na'am meaning yes, it can never be na'amun or na'amin or na'aman or na'amu, na'ami or na'ama. Yeah, it's just na'am and it ends in a sukun. And that's just mebni, right? It's mebni, that's just the way it is, right? We can't change that. Regardless of its case. And then also like past tense verbs as well, when you have like ra'a and then like ra'aytu, ra'ayta, ra'ayti, etc. Like they're all mebni, right? Like case won't change any of those. But so i'rab is the concept of things being mu'rab, and it does pertain to the end of the words. When you do i'rab, the process of doing i'rab essentially is just saying why a word is the way it is. You would say like, I don't know, you would have a word in a sentence and you'd just be like, that it's maf'ulun bihi, mansub, because maf'ulun bihi is mansub. وعلامة نصبه, and the sign of it being nasab is a fatha muqaddara ala akhirih, is like a clear fatha on the end of it. That's like the template for i'rab. So that's what i'rab is. I think that's all of your questions. Oh, there's one as well. So in my skill builder episode, it's a free version, by the way. Those of you on the channel, go back onto my Tuesday video, and it's free. In there is a phrase ila al-iqa, which means like see you later. Literally, ila means like to, and then the word liqa. It's not the word iqa. There's a little typo in there. When I first wrote it, I've corrected it now, but when I put it, I put al-iqa. But the word is liqa, which means the meeting. So it means like to the meeting. Yeah, but it means see you later. It means like, when I see you next. إلى اللقاء. إلى اللقاء. Yeah, so that's how it's done. And that means see you later. And that's that's even in like news broadcasts and stuff. Like see you later is quite colloquial, isn't it? When we say that in English, but like news broadcasters at the end of it will say إلى اللقاء. We'll be like, until the next time. So that's all the questions that the brother Junayd had. Jazakallah khair for all those questions, Junayd, and Jazakallah khair for allowing me to share it with the community online as well, in case anybody benefited from those. Cool, yeah, Junayd, keep on messaging me, inshallah, as you go. Obviously, I'll carry on checking in with you every Wednesday to see if I can help you out, I can mentor you at all, and I can help you out with anything in particular, inshallah. And we'll take it from there. For the rest of you guys, have a lovely day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.